Non-Alignment Pact, Non-Alignment Pact, Non-Alignment Pact, Non-Alignment Pact.
Hey, vinyl community, it's Michael. Welcome back to Near Wild Heaven. What's playing right now? This is Pere Ubu, 390 Degrees of Simulated Stereo, the live album, and the song playing was Non-Alignment Pact. Really good stuff from Pere Ubu. So today's video, I'm going to show you albums by bands that I've seen in concert. And all of these is some are from most of them from the 80s and 90s. So, and then also if there's like a good opening band that I had the record of, I'll show that too. So, jump right into it. And first up, the Cramps, the Psychedelic Jungle. I saw them in 1981 at a place called the Pop Shop, which was in the basement of the Agora, the old Agora, because the Agora used to be on, for those of you who know Cleveland, the Agora used to be on East 24th Street and downtown, and then they moved over to Euclid Avenue in the old WHK Auditorium. They took that over and it became the Agora Complex. But anyway, I saw these guys, 1981, had Kid Congo Powers on guitar. And man, it was so good. It was a hot, sweaty club, really small. They came out, Lux had a upside down cross on his chest. He was bare chested. He drew an upside down cross. And he came out, and the first thing he said into the microphone was, I was going to say Cleveland was the big asshole of the world, but then I decided not to. And then he goes, but you really are. But yeah, it was a fantastic show. There was lots of stage diving. And it was just a wild time, but it was great. And the opening act was some local band called The Clocks. that I really didn't know anything about. But yeah, it was a great show. I love the Cramps, and it was the first time I saw them was for this album. I saw them one other time, and that was for Date with Elvis tour. But yeah, great stuff from the Cramps, Psychedelic Jungle. And up next, Music Hall, 1978, The Kinks and Misfits. They were on tour for this album, Misfits. A fantastic show. And I love the Kinks. I saw them at least 3 times in the 80s. I wish I could have seen them when they were at their classic height, you know, like the Reprise albums, but I was either too young or they were banned. They couldn't come to they couldn't come to the U.S. But anyway, this album was fantastic. They were touring for this album. It was a great show. There's a little insert here with it. The lyrics, more stuff on the side. But yeah, great album, great show by the Kinks. It was at the Cleveland Music Hall in 1978. And up next, the New York Dolls and Too Much Too Soon. I saw these guys in 1974. They were touring for this album, and the opening band was Kiss. Now, Kiss had just come out. Nobody really knew who they were, and they were a support act. And they opened for the New York Dolls. And at the time, I was like 18. So at the time, I really dug Kiss. I mean, it was a cool show, but I really came to see these guys. And they put on a fantastic show. Kind of sloppy, but that was part of their charm. But yeah, this is a great album. Everybody knows the New York Dolls. Fantastic band. They helped set off the New York punk explosion in the 70s. But yeah, great stuff from the New York Dolls. Too Much Too Soon. And up next, 1977, this is at the Agora, the old Agora on East 24th Street. It's the Ramones, Rocket to Russia, and the opening act was the Runaways. Well, I don't think the Runaways weren't touring for this album. I think it was their second or third album, Queens of Noise or something like that. But the main act, the Ramones, was fantastic. The original lineup with Tommy on drums, and it was just fantastic. They did the whole album here, like in half an hour, and then they played some other stuff. They did some covers like California Sun, and it was fantastic. It was just a great show. And this is a great album. If you don't have this, check it out. The Ramones, Rocket to Russia. And up next, 1984 at Variety Theater, R.E.M. They were touring for this album, Reckoning, and the opening act was the Dream Syndicate, who were touring for this album, The Medicine Show. They were fantastic. They were equally as good as R.E.M. But the stuff that these guys did, Still Holding On to You, Armed with an Empty Gun, John Coltrane Stereo Blues, the live version of that is just fantastic. But then the R.E.M. came out, and man, they were kind of laid back, and they did like a lot of, well, not a lot, but they did a few Velvet Underground covers, and they did a majority of this album, plus some stuff from Murmur, and they closed the show with Boxcars, I think the name of the song is, from the Chronic Town EP. and it was just fantastic. And everybody in the whole theater was dancing. I could not believe it. I looked around and I'm laughing because everybody was dancing. But it was just a fantastic show. The R.E.M. and Reckoning, 1984. And let's see, 1982, I believe, or no, 1981, Psychedelic Furs, Talk, Talk, Talk. Their second album, I saw these guys at the Agora. Another fantastic show. This is with the original lineup with the, I think, 6 members. And yeah, they did a lot of good stuff. They did most of the songs on this album and a bunch of songs from the second album or the first album. The ones that stick out in my mind are like Sister Europe, which is a great mellow song. They had the sax player on here. Some of the other songs they did, Pretty in Pink was really good. Mr. Jones, Into You Like a Train, all of it was just great stuff. Another great show from Psychedelic Furs. I saw these guys, I think, like 4 times altogether, but this was the first time I saw them for this album. Great stuff. And I want to say 1986, I think, the Smiths, Queen is Dead. It was at Allen Theater in downtown Cleveland. And the opening act was a young woman that went by the name of Frank, and it was spelled Phranc. And she was like an activist, civil rights activist and stuff. She sang songs about police brutality and stuff, and it was good. She was pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have anything by her, but then the Smiths came out, and man, was this a good show. I mean, every song on here they did this entire album, and it was just like so good. The Boy with a Thorn in the Side, Vicar in a Tutu, I Know It's Over, Frankly, Mr. Shankly, the title song, Queen is Dead. They also did stuff like from the first album, Reel Around the Fountain, and they also did Meet Is Murder and How Soon Is Now. It was just a great, great show. And I'm so happy I saw them when I did. But this is a great, fantastic album. Very popular. Probably their best album, I think. But yeah, great stuff from the Smiths. It was a great show. The Queen is Dead. And up next, this is Love and Rockets, the self-titled. And the opening act was the Pixies for Doolittle. This was 1989, and this was also at the Allen Theater in downtown Cleveland. And the Pixies came on first, and they did a pretty good set. They did Gouge Away, they did Crackety Jones, Mr. Greaves, Silver, There Goes My Gun. They did that. They did a lot of stuff from Surfer Rosa. So yeah, they were a really good opening band. And then Love and Rockets came out, and they were just fantastic. Oop. Yeah, they were just fantastic as usual. I saw them another time, I think one other time before this show. But this show was pretty good. The songs they did, like Jungle Law, No Big Deal, Motorcycle, Bound for Hell, So Alive. That's another really good one. But they did a fantastic show. It was just really, really good. So yeah, there you go for that. Love and Rockets, a self-titled album. This is from 1989. So yeah, it was Pixies and Love and Rockets in 1989. at the Allen Theater. And a few more here. Up next, it's Nirvana, In Utero. This was 1993. It was October 31st, 1993 on Halloween. And the opening act was the Meat Puppets. And I do have some Meat Puppets albums, but not the one that they were touring for. But these guys just, oh man, they were so good. Did a good mix of songs from here, from Nevermind, and from Bleach. I remember them doing like School from Bleach, which was fantastic. From here, they did Pennyroyal Tea and Milk It and Heart-Shaped Box, Scentless Apprentice, Serve the Servants, did all that stuff. But yeah, this is an original from 1993, and it's first press, and it's on this clear vinyl, and this inner sleeve, as you can see there. But yeah, great stuff from Nirvana, and it was a fantastic show. I'm so glad I saw them because it was October of '93. It was like 6 months later he'd be dead. So I'm really glad I got to see them when I did. But yeah, Nirvana and In Utero. And up next, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but I saw L7. They were touring for, this was in 1994, and they were touring for this album, Hungry for Stink. And the opening band was the Melvins, who were touring for this album, Stoner Witch. And these guys were great. I loved the Melvins. Seeing them live, it was just fantastic. It was really, really good. But yeah, they did a lot of stuff from here. The song Squeedus, I think they opened with that. That was really good. Sweet Willie Roll Bar, Goose Freight Train, Road Bull. And they did a few things from their past albums too. I don't really remember a whole lot of it, but yeah, it was a fantastic show from the Melvins. And then L7 came out, and they did their set. A lot of stuff from this. They did stuff from Bricks Are Heavy. They did Pretend We're Dead. Shit List was another one. Wargasm. Stuff off of here, like Fuel My Fire. The Bomb. Baggage. Questioning My Sanity. All of it was really good. Just a great, all-around great concert. There's an inner sleeve. But yeah, great stuff from L7 and Hungry for Stink. It was a great show. And up next, Pere Ubu, Ray Gun Suitcase. This is 1995. I saw them at the Agora, the new Agora that moved. Like I told you, the old one was on East 24th. The newer one was on Euclid Avenue. It was located in old WHK Auditorium. But yeah, these guys were so good. And the new Agora has, like, it's got one side's got a concert stage, like a theater you can go into, and then there's another side, it's like a smaller venue, which they call the Agora nightclub, and that's where Pere Ubu was playing, in the nightclub. And it was a fantastic show. I mean, I'd seen these guys like years before. I saw them many times before they even had a record contract. And then in 95, they were touring. This was their latest album at that time, and they were touring for it, and it was a great show, as always, but it didn't have the same lineup as when I saw them earlier, but it was still, there was at least 4 people from the original band that was still in the band, but it was a fantastic show. Really glad I got to see them. The Pere Ubu Ray Gun Suitcase. And the last one here, this is Lou Reed, New York is the name of the album. I saw them, this was 1989, and I forgot to pull it, but the opening band was the Feelies, and they were touring for the It's a Good Life or something like that. It's Only Life was the title of that album. They were touring for that, and they opened for Lou Reed. And Lou Reed, he did this entire album, and then he took like a small break, and he came back and he did like some Velvet Underground classics, like I'm Waiting for the Man, and I'm not sure, I can't remember everything he did, but I know for sure he did I'm Waiting for the Man. But yeah, it was a fantastic show. It was so good. He did, like I said, he did this entire album, and the songs like Romeo Had Juliet, The Halloween Parade, Busload of Faith, Sick of You, Dirty Boulevard, all of it was just fantastic. Just a great concert. I've seen Lou Reed several times too. I saw him most time in the 80s for like his Arista albums. But this had to be like the best time. The best time that I saw him was for this album. But yeah, great stuff from Lou Reed and his album New York from 1989. And great show too. So that's it for this week. I hope everybody enjoyed that. Thanks to everyone who comments. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed in the last week or so. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope you're all listening to great music and having a great weekend. And I guess that'll do it. Be sure to tune in next week. I've got a lot of vinyl finds. I got some really good ones. So check that out next week. So take it easy, VC, and we'll see you later.